Hey guys, in today's video, I'm gonna show you how I do it. The topic, describe a person in the IELTS speaking part 2. And the question for today's video is describe a neighbor that you are interested in, right? So as usual, I'm gonna divide the video into 4 parts. In the first part, is about the introduction, right? So I'm gonna paraphrase the question. In the second part, body 1, right? I'm gonna talk about his personal information, for example, his name, his age, his job, right, his appearance. And in the third part, body 2, I'm going to tell you about his personality. And then comes the last part, the conclusion, right? I want to tell you how I feel about this person. So let's get started. So today I'm going to tell you about a man living in my residential area who I really look up to and have spent a lot of my time with over the last 4 years. So his name is Dũng, which means bravery in English. He's in his 40s now, but he still possesses a really youthful appearance in comparison to his real age. He's a pretty good-looking man with a standard figure. He has bushy eyebrows, high cheekbones, a hooked nose, and his eyes are large, real large, and set quite far apart. He works as a construction worker. And even though he was born and raised on the outskirts of a small city in the south of Vietnam, he now resides in Da Nang City. It's to work, which is in the central part of Vietnam, right? I can vividly remember the first time I met him about 4 years ago, right? When I first came to the city for my study, I moved to my current residential area in search of a room which I can stay at. And it has to be located within a walking distance of my university campus. And at the time, I was carrying with me a lot of my personal belongings. And without my parents, I was in such a huge trouble because I couldn't carry all of those things all by myself, right? And I didn't know anyone living in the area at the time either. And to rub salt into my wound, it was like pouring outside. And I fell into such a huge dilemma. And I didn't know how to handle it. But all of a sudden, that man showed up in front of me, and he offered to give me a helping hand. He helped me to deliver all of my stuff to my room, and it turned out that his room is adjacent to mine. And to return the favor, I wanted to invite him for dinner. But unexpectedly, he asked me to join dinner with his family. I was really impressed because he's a really accommodating and warm-hearted person. And he left a really good first impression on me. Moreover, he's also a really accountable person and always shows great diligence. He always has to work long hours from dawn to dusk to have his family cover the daily expenses and his children's tuition fees as well, because he's the breadwinner of the family, right? So he has to bring home the bacon, even though his family is living on the breadline. But everyone lives in harmony with one another. And I can learn a lot from him because I also need to learn to be responsible for myself and my family as well, right? So I have got a lot of admiration for him, and I always want to wish him all the best with his life. And I'm in my senior year now. I'm gonna leave this area very soon, but I always hope that life would treat him well because a person like him really deserves it.